Good morning, students. I am SK Tiwari, and please welcome my YouTube channel Tiwari Online Classes. Students, just I recall our previous part 1. In previous part 1, we have discussed this chapter, that is triangle part 1. In triangle part 1, we have discussed the introductions of the triangles, like classification of triangle on the basis of side and on the basis of angle, and we have also discussed about its properties, that is a specific property of triangle which is called as congruency. In congruency, we have discussed that in any two triangles, if the corresponding sides, corresponding angles and corresponding vertices are coincide, that is vertices coincide on such cases, obviously sides and angles will be equal and two triangles will overlap to each other and it will fully cover. So in this regard, in this part 2, triangles part 2, we will discuss the various its congruency criterion. And before I start, I want to discuss about the TLO, target learning outcomes of this chapter. Students, in this triangle chapter, once again I revise that in session 2020 and 21 syllabus has been reduced, and in this session only we have to study about the congruency criterion, that is ASA, AAS, both is equal to each other, I will prove it, and second one is SAS, third one we will also discuss about the RHS, and last one we will discuss about the SSS. So students, one by one we will discuss, and in this regard, first we will discuss about the angle side angle ASA congruency criterion of two triangles. So just you think about the two triangles which is named as A, B, C. Another triangle you can also think, which is P, Q and R. You think this one, angle side angle. Suppose this AB, its measurement is 4 centimeter. The measurement of BC, it is 6 centimeter, and AC, let us, it is 7 centimeter. Again, you can also think that this is PQ, its measurement is 4 centimeter, and BC, it is 6 centimeter. It may be the differ to each other. So third one, length, it is not essential to discuss. We will think that two length and one angle, suppose it is 50 degree, this angle has also given 50 degree. So in both the triangles we are seeing that AB and PQ is equal to each other, which is 4 centimeter. Again the second one side, which is BC, and the QR this is equal and it is 6 centimeter. Measurement of angle B is 50 and Q is also 50. So in both the cases, in both the triangles, in triangle ABC and in triangle PQR, we are seeing that AB is equal to PQ, it is 4 centimeter, and BC is equal to QR, it is 6 centimeter. Angle B is equal to angle Q is equal to 50 degrees. So you can think, as our criterion is angle, side, angle, but this is not required, this one, that is the angle against side and one angle. So you have to take another angle, and maybe this is suppose 60 degree and this angle, let us 60 degree. So angle A, you can write angle P is equal to 60 degree. So you can think, in angle, side, angle, that is ASA, that is first angle A, second angle B, and included side is AB in triangle ABC, while in triangle PQR, first angle P is 60, second one angle Q is 50, and included side is also equal to each other. So on such cases, you can see angle, side, again angle, here angle, side, angle. In another words, we can say that the two angles and included side, that is the side which is inside between the two angles, two vertices, that is vertex A and vertex B. In both the vertices, angle is 60-50. In another triangles, we can also see that P and Q, both the vertices angles are same to each other, and included side, that means the side which is between the two angles, this is called included side. AB in triangle ABC and included side is PQ in triangle PQR. So these two sides are also equal to each other. So by the property angle, side, angle, again angle, side, angle, by knowing this property, we can very easily prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other with the property of angle, side, angle. So I can write triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR by the property of ASA. Yes, students, in this one you can think one thing. First is side, first angle is A, you see here, and in another triangle it is P, that is angle A is equal to angle P. Second one, if we can think about the side, side is AB and here side is PQ. So this AB and this PQ both is equal to each other. In third one cases, angle C is angle B, that is this angle, which is 50 degrees, and it is equal to the angle Q. So by proving this ASA, we have to consider and think all the angles and all the sides, it must be correspond to each other. That is, in one triangle the two angles and included side will be equal to two angles and included side in the another triangles. On such a cases, that triangle ABC and triangle PQR both are congruent to each other with the property of ASA. Now you think the situation in another cases, you think that somewhere another form is AAS, that is it is ASA, while the one property is also existing which is called AAS, that is angle side. You think this one angle side, you think. So how it will be possible, I will prove here. If the two angles, you think in this figure only, because I will show that both is equal to each other, both is same, but you distinguish, differentiate if the situation is coming. You think about the, this is AAS, A and S, that is not, it is not included first angle, second angle and the side. This is first angle, second angle and the side. So in this figure very easily we can prove that first angle, second angle and side equal. If you think in another cases, in any cases, if the two angles are equal to each other, third angles can be obtained, that is it will be 70 degree. How? Because 60 plus 50, 60 plus 50, it will be 110, and sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So obviously 180 minus 60 plus 50, that is 110, I can obtain as 70 degrees as angle C. And in triangle PQR we can also think and find that it is also 70 degree. So if the angle is same, obviously the sides will be equal to each other, because you think the two angles are equal to each other in both the triangles. So third angle will also equal to each other. If the third angles will be equal to each other, on such cases side will be equal to each other. This is the property that side opposite to equal angles are equal, so that will be equal to each other. We will think this property later on. So you can think here that angle side, that will be also true, and you can also write that ASA is same like the AAS, that is angle side. It may be called angle and side. Because if the two angles will be equal, so obviously third angle will also equal to in both the triangles, that is it will be equal to each other in both the triangles. And if the all three angles are equal to each other in both the triangles, so what will happen? Obviously no changes will be there. So angle side angle and AAS will be same. But you can think about one triangle. You take one example, both is same, but in spite of all those, you think about S, R, M and X, Y, Z. You think, only think, suppose it is same angles, you can take, only you take the 60-50, okay, and here it is also you can take 60-50. So what will happen? This M will be 70 and that will be also 70 degree. So you think here, if the angle is same, if all the angles are equal to each other, that is in corresponding angles is both the triangles, so obviously suppose it is 4 centimeter, maybe it's 6 centimeter or 5 centimeter, it depends upon, you can take the example. So if the two angles are equal, that is angle, don't take about the side, that side will be also equal. Why? Because the third one angle will equal to each other. So by this one angle side, we can also prove that both the triangles will be congruent to each other. Now students, one thing you think, in angle side angle or angle side, I have taken only 3 parts, that is there are the 6 parts of the triangles, we know that 3 angles and 3 sides. So I utilize only the 2 angles and 1 side in both the triangles. So after congruency by the CPCT, we can also prove the all the remaining 3 parts which are not mentioned here. Suppose I have mentioned only angle A, angle B and one side AB. So what will happen? Obviously the third angle by the, if the triangles are congruent to each other by CPCT. CPCT means always we are using after proving the congruency that corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So by CPCT, remaining 3 parts of the triangles will be equal to each other. So remaining 3 parts are as follows, that is angle C will be equal to angle R. Next one, that is BC will be equal to QR, and we can also see that AC will be equal to PR. So 3 have been utilized to prove the congruency and remaining 3 will be proved by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So students, now we will see the next criterion, and its next criterion of the triangles is side angle side, that is 2 sides and included angle. In first criterion we have seen the 2 angles included angle. In second one criterion we will think about side angle and side, that is S, A and S. So by the side angle side, that is SAS criterion, the 2 sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to the 2 sides and included angle, that is corresponding 2 sides and included angle will be equal to the corresponding 2 sides and equal an angle of the another triangle. On such cases, triangle will be called as the congruent to each other. Let us consider about the figure, that is EFG, and second one you can think KL M. So in these two triangles, that is in EFG and in triangle KLM, you can think that suppose it is 6 centimeter, it is maybe the 50 degrees, it is 7 centimeter, and this one that is also 6 centimeter, 50 degrees and 7 centimeter. You can rotate the figure, but you think that how we will prove that side included angle and side angle side. Here side angle side, if it is rotated, you keep the vertices in appropriate positions and see that it must be coincide, that is side, two sides and included angle must be equal to each other. By keeping in views, by keeping in mind, we can prove by this one, that is side angle side, and after that the two triangles can be proved as congruent. So in these two triangles, I can write that in triangle EFG and in triangle KLM, we can see that EF is equal to KL, that is 6 centimeter, angle F is equal to angle L is equal to 50 degrees, and FG is equal to LM is equal to 7 centimeter. So this side angle side in the triangle KLM, side angle side. So if these two sides and included angle in these triangles, two sides and included angle is equal to each other, on such cases we can say that triangle EFG congruent to triangle KLM. If these two triangles are congruent to each other, so by CPCT what I can prove? By CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, I can write remaining three parts, remaining three components which is not utilized to prove this congruency. You can see this side has been utilized, this side utilized, this one utilized. So you think about, suppose this figure has been kept on triangle KLM, what happened? This G will correspond, you can see the corresponding parts, how we can obtain that E, obviously sides is equal and this side is equal, so obviously this F correspond to L, and if we will keep here like this one, so this G will correspond to M, and last vertices, that is E, correspond to K. So if we keep this figure, that is in triangle EFG is totally covered to the triangle KLM, because these vertices F correspond to L, G correspond to M, E correspond to K. So the by CPCT, what remaining parts is left out? So remaining parts will be left out, that EF E, not F, you can write the EG, because this EF and FG is equal to KL and LM, so the remaining is EG will be equal to KM. Obviously, one thing you keep in mind, if EG can be written as GE, but it will be also reversed and it can be written as MK. So if the vertices reverse, obviously in second one triangle the vertices will be also reversed to right. So EG will be KM, another, that is 3 sides has taken, 2 sides I have taken here, and 1 side by CPCT, again 2 angles, that is angle G will be equal to angle M, and third one angle E will be equal to angle K. So by CPCT this can be proved as per our need in the deductions or any questions if such type of question has given to us. So students, two congruency criterion you have seen. First is the ASA or AAS, second one is side angle side, and later on we will see about the third criterion, which is called RHS, right hypotenuse side. Third criterion is right hypotenuse side, that is RHS. In right hypotenuse side, it is very clear that hypotenuse is coming only in the right angle. So you have to think about the two right angles, that right hypotenuse and side. That one angle is right, that is 90 degree, another hypotenuse, and third one any sides, that is remaining two sides which is not hypotenuse, this can be taken. So you think about two right angle triangles. This is its name, you can write that suppose it is L M N, and in triangle LMN angle M is 90. In another right angle triangle you can think that it is P, Q and R, that is angle Q is 90. In these two triangles you can think that in this criterion, if one is right angle in both the triangles, hypotenuse equal to hypotenuse. Suppose it is 3 centimeter. That is perpendicular. LM is 3 centimeters and PQ is also 3 centimeter. And you can think that this hypotenuse, that is, if it is 5 centimeter and this is also 5 centimeter. So in both these two triangles, that is in right angle triangles, you are seeing that angle M and angle Q are 90 degree. Hypotenuse LN and PR also equal to each other, 5 centimeter, and the perpendicular, that is LM and PQ, both are 3 centimeters. So right means 190, this is also 90, that is M and Q both are 90. Another is hypotenuse LN and PR, that is 5 centimeter, and one side, that is LM and PQ, both are 3 centimeters. On such a cases, both the triangles will be congruent to each other with the property of RHS, that is in triangle. So you have to write that it is true only in right triangle. So right triangle LMN and right triangle PQR. What I can write? Angle M will be equal to angle Q. It must be the 90 degree. Again, hypotenuse LN, that will be equal to hypotenuse PR, that is 5 centimeter, and any one side, that is either you can take the perpendicular, that is LM, and in another triangles it is PQ, it is 3 centimeter. So you can think that hypotenuse, this is hypotenuse, both the triangles hypotenuse is equal to each other, and right means one each angle is 90 degree, and one any side, either this side or this side, maybe this side will be also equal, because you think in any right angle, if hypotenuse is 5, perpendicular is 3, obviously this MN can be obtained 5 square minus 3 square. It can be obtained as 16 under root 16. It can be obtained as MN is equal to 4 centimeter. In this triangle also, in triangle PQR, the QR will be obtained as 4 centimeter. So if the two sides in any right triangle, hypotenuse and one side is equal to each other, obviously the third one side will be equal to each other. So we can write that triangle LMN will be congruent to triangle PQR with the property of RHS, that is right hypotenuse side. So by keeping this criterion, that is RHS, both the triangles will be equal to congruent to each other, and the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles, that will be also equal, that is by the CPCT. What I can write? I can write the remaining three parts, that is I have utilized one angle and two sides. So third one side, that is MN, will be equal to QR, and the angle N will be equal to angle R. Third angle, that is angle L, will be equal to angle P. So this may be proved as per our need by the CPCT with the property of the criterion of the triangles by utilizing the RHS. And students, last criterion, which is called as SSS, that is our fourth criterion, is side, that is all three sides. We have already discussed in the previous verse. Now we will also discuss about this one, that side, that is all three sides are equal to each other in both the triangles. On such cases, the triangles will be congruent to each other by the property of SSS. So this is our last property, and in this property you can consider and think about the situation and take the two triangles, that is last criterion, that is criterion number 4 is side, which may be called as SSS. This is our fourth criterion, and in fourth criterions you think about the two triangles. If this is triangle DEF and another triangle is KLM, suppose it is 6 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter, because I am rotating the figure, and this is suppose 7 centimeter, this is also 7 centimeter. You think what will happen? That figure will rotate to this one, that is, you think about DE is equal to KL, but this is equal. So if this is equal, and what will happen on such a cases, you have to write here, that is 7 and 8, because either if you want to rotate, I want to take the another example, but first you take this example, because this DE is coincide to here, side is coincide, that is the E correspond to L and D correspond to K. So obviously this F will correspond to M. These are the vertices. If this will correspond to each other, so what will happen in triangle DEF and in triangle KLM, you think about that DE equal to KL, that will be 6 centimeter, EF is equal to LM 7 centimeter, and DF equal to KM, this is equal to 8 centimeter. So by the property of SSS, these two triangles, that is triangle DEF congruent to triangle KLM with the property of S, 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 and corresponding parts will be equal to each other. Corresponding parts means the all three sides of triangle DEF is equal to the all three sides of triangle KLM. So obviously the remaining three angles in both the triangles will be equal to each other. So by simplicity I can write that angle D will be equal to angle K, angle E will be equal to angle L, and angle F will be equal to angle M. So these three angles will be equal to each other. We can prove as per our need in deductions and questions if such type of criterion is utilized to solve the questions. Now you think that I want to rotate the figure. What will happen? Suppose you take another example. You take this one. So suppose I want to rotate this one, that is this correspond to this. Suppose I want to rotate that this is A, this is B, this is C, and obviously if it is here it is coming, so it is D, and you can also rotate that, you can write here D. So A correspond to B, C correspond to D. Suppose it is AC and BD both are equal. Suppose it is, you may take the longer sides, and it is suppose 5 centimeter. This is also 5 centimeter. So what will happen? A and B and C and D corresponding parts you may call as A correspond to B and this C correspond to D. Figure will be go like this one, that is the side of AC will be equal to side of BD. So another, suppose it is E and this is F. So this will go here, this BD will go on AC, and if this will go on this side, what will happen? This A correspond to B, C correspond to D, and remaining E correspond to, this E correspond to, you can see that it will be F. E correspond to F. So this BD, BD, that is A correspond to B, D correspond, C correspond to D here, and E correspond to F. So by this one you can rotate the figure, you can think the situations, and as per the situations we can prove the questions.
Students, we have seen the several congruency criterion, and I think it will be benefited to you. So please share your ideas and views and subscribe my channel Tiwari Online Classes by hoping this one. Thank you.